Salutations, I'm StarLotus77, and today we've got, well, not exactly a challenge build video. What we've got today is me sitting in my Discord, and I just want to game. I'm just going to sit here and game for like an hour or 2 hours and record and then post this at like, I don't know, 8 p.m.? I don't know. The goal here for me is just to chat with you guys. When all the guys that join Discord and want to game, just like I just want to sit down, game, record, maybe get some of you guys in the video, and show off me testing stuff. I guess I just want to play. Like, this is just me playing the game casually. I don't know if I'm gonna continue to post videos like this. This, I think, it's gonna be really cool. Hour, maybe 2 hour video. We'll see. That also depends on what people say in here, because if people join and start saying stupid stuff, I have to cut some of that stuff out. So we'll see what happens. For the most part, hopefully it is going to be an enjoyable experience. And yeah, let's get started looking at stuff. So we are rocking a redistributor. This is build that's in progress. I'm currently testing it. So currently rocking a redistributor. It's like a chain Zane sorta from back in the day, rocking the redistributor being one of his meta weapons. It's no longer, it's still really good. It's still one of the best items you can use, but it's no longer the meta. We are rocking the smog, which, I mean, at this point, you could be running a Bloodstar Beast or Chaosin or even a 9-volt. A 9-volt is actually pretty good too. The special effect of the smog isn't that good. Here, let me swap to it. So the problem is the amp that you get from this isn't actually amp, which is extremely annoying. It is considered V2 damage, so it's not its own multiplier, which is extremely disappointing. You've got like an item like the DNA, which is it's very similar to running the Cutsman. If you guys remember using the Cutsman a while back, using that as meta. Actually, let me turn on the music again. I can talk while the music is playing. So, rocking DNA from back then. It's very much like the Cutsman. And with this item, it's going to be that piercing damage that you're wanting on big bosses. Now, the thing about this, in this build, is, well, the thing about this weapon specifically is it doesn't just do that piercing effect, it also leaves stickies with the edge projectiles. Like how what's that grenade? The Red Queen, I think? I forget what it's called. There's a grenade that basically does that same mechanic where each two sides of the laser beam and like tripwire in the center, both two sides are stickyable, so when it stick onto an enemy's head or something and it wraps around and just nukes them because it's not balanced around you using it that way. We've got the Crossroads. I made a video on the Crossroads, but we're actually using it as a part of this build. It's not just specialized for running the Crossroads. The setup is using SMGs, as you could tell. It's a slightly more broad build instead of honing in on one specific company and SMG, as shown by the comm and supporting equipment. We are actually running anything that is an SMG, so any SMG that exists. Now, we do have a little bit of splash, so splash weapons are going to perform better. Something like a Bloodstar Beast, a 9-volt, a Kidsworth. Kidsworth is going to be really nice for bosses that you're not aiming to pierce. Actually, let's put this on. So, when we're rocking this, we're going to be using this against, like, Valks, because you're not needing to pierce them right away. We're going to use it to break that shield. And then, for that first phase, once we've broken the shield for that first phase, like on that drop down, then we switch to the DNA, depending on the angle that you're at. The DNA is probably going to deal more damage at specific angles, but most of the time, the Kidsworth is going to be dealing more of that damage, it being direct splash, fast firing, a lot of projectiles. And the Crossroads is still going to be good for that. This is sort of like your your BA weapon. You're going to be clearing like the big, healthy, small enemies. So stuff like the heavyweights, the Ratch Mothers, those kinds of things. You'll be using this to kill those guys. And that's if your redistributor doesn't clear them because they're in a group. Which And that would also apply to like Kraken, although Kraken is just, it's so much easier to kill Kraken with something like a DNA. Oh, I should probably showcase the skill tree right now. So we're rocking a lot of purple tree to make the redistributor do its thing really well. Rocking a touch in the blue tree, but most of it's going down to Calm Cool Collected, because the more enemies I'm hitting with the Hustler, the more Brain Freeze is proccing, the more chances to proc Calm Cool Collected, which is a really good survivability skill as well as cooldown duration skill. And yeah, let's get started here. So let's open with the Crossroads, because I know there's still a lot of skepticism with this weapon being good. Like, it still performs well. Sure, it takes 2 bursts to kill an ad right now. I mean, like, I can't exactly get a good angle to attack them like that, but... See, look at that. The redistributor does just fine here. And I'm not even taking the elemental abuse stuff, really. I'm rocking cryo instead of using shock or corrosive shenanigans. I have those on the anointments, but it's less reliable than just simply having those elements base, but this makes it to where it's a lot more versatile. So if you want to use this item in just about any content, instead of it being specific to content here, where you want to be dealing that corrosive and shock, you're able to utilize this anywhere you want with that base damage, with the high base damage of a cryo redistributor or cryo weaponry. Then it makes it more versatile to run it this way. Yeah, it's like the Crossroads is sort of that cleanup weapon. I guess it's not really just for big guys either. It's that cleanup weapon. Look at that. Look at that redistributor go. That was absolutely beautiful. Alright. Let's... Actually, would it be more viable to rock the redistributor for the drop-down phase? Seeing as they're all going to be clumped together right away, you'd be able to chain all 3 of them. The only problem that I see with that is then you're not getting the potential for a skip, because you're chaining them together. See, this is the kind of thing where you want the Crossroads for it. Like that. Because the redistributor wasn't doing too much to him by himself. But then if you just have a couple enemies, then it does really well. One thing a lot of people forget about this weapon is the fact that you need at least one other enemy to use, which sounds stupid. Like, you would think that most people are just like, redistributor, you would need to chain it. That's the whole point of the gun. But when I watch people play, a lot of the times people don't even think about that when they're shooting. They just want to spray and pray. And so they don't really think about the weapon being used here. They just shoot. And because they're always using it for ad clearing, well, why not use it for a single target? It's not intended to be used that way, and it definitely shouldn't be used that way. Alright, so this is where I get to show off the Kibsworth here. Look at that. That was pretty fast. And this build isn't meant to be, like, super overpowered. Like, it's just meant to have fun with the game. I mean, like, look at that DNA go. Look, if you get the angle right, the DNA is gonna out DPS that Kibsworth. But the Kibsworth is more consistent when it comes to its damage. That, and if you want to take advantage of that healing capability, you can use this against BAs instead of using the Crossroads. So that way you get that little healing circle. You see how fast like things melt if I attempt to use this item against like Small Fry? Or even heck, I Eraser killed him, but that's still... There was no resistance when I did that. Absolutely none. Now, I started making this build because somebody was trying to tell me that the redistributor build was not good anymore because it was nerfed. And I'm just like, just because something was nerfed at any point doesn't mean that it's bad anymore. A nerf doesn't automatically make something bad. A nerf just means that it was changed and it has been made to be less efficient as it used to be. And even then, the gun itself wasn't even nerfed. It was more so the elemental effects, being able to actually create extra projectiles instead of it acting like extra projectiles. That mechanic change, which is a bug fix, that mechanic change is what made the weapon deal less damage in ad clearing scenarios. But you're still, as you saw with the Kraken kill, getting absurd damage when you chain it with other people. Ooh, okay. So this is one of those times where we can actually take advantage of having another element on here. Do that. Okay. I really like the corrosive guys because right now the corrosive is the primary. It's the primary damage on this redistributor. I want to go get more redistributors so I can get more anoints on different redistributors, which is actually kind of why I want to run this content. I might just sit here and farm a little bit. You get to watch me play this in different ways. Oh, hold up. A Twitch streamer that I like to watch is now live. Let me pull up their Twitch. Oh, right. I forgot. Today is their Fortnite night. Never mind. I'll have their stream pulled up. I'm just not gonna really like pay attention. Whoops. Now something cool here. You still have enough DPS due to your anointments that you can still get back up after you get downed. Which is another reason why I like the next two mags elemental effect anointments, especially on Zane. Because you can always have those proc. It's really easy. You don't need to rely on a Seeing Dead. There are plenty of ways to get around relying on a Seeing Dead. I love this music. This Touhou music is beautiful. Actually, I should probably pull up Discord so that I know that people join. I definitely feel like there's other things that I could do this build to make it better. I just haven't found what yet. So a lot of when I build make with this game, it's a lot of gut feeling leads to math. It's not always start with mathematics or start with crazy understanding a video game. It's always like, I think this would work pretty well. Should I try it? And then I try it. And then I start to break it down. It's like, well, should it have worked, mathematically speaking? And if it did, then sweet. If it didn't, then there's a bug or something that I'm not aware of, or a mechanic that I need to learn. And then break it down from there. What is it that I miss out on to need looking into? And even then, sometimes I get lazy. I'm just like, that worked? That's cool. I am just going to continue to use that. Actually, let's swap here. There we go. Let's use this here. Actually, let's do this. Let's try and kite them out here, and then line you up to do some stupid shenanigans. It worked, okay. Then we come back around here. There we go. Now, the Chaosin is gonna be better than your Crossroads here for that kind of thing. Just simply because it has a splash element. Well, not element, but like it has a splash effect on it with the stickies. But I still think that the Crossroads is still one of the best items to use for single target stuff. All right. Now it's time to show off how the DNA does its thing here. Look at that. All right, we're gonna do this just to get rid of some of the ads here. What do you? Okay. Wait, can I get some ads to walk up on the boss and then redistribute them? There we go. That's not close enough. Ooh, actually, these guys would be perfect. There we go. You see that? The redistributor is still really good. You don't even need to really do much. Ooh, up there. Whoops. Oh well. Where are you going? Here. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do this. Boom. Oh, this is another really good use for the Gibbsworth, because the projectiles travel faster with the Gibbsworth than they do on the DNA, so you can use it to freeze and then use the DNA to just dish out some better damage. Clearly it's not doing what I want it to right now. There we go. It's because I wasn't ADSing for that Our Man Flint bonus. There we go. You know, if you guys would like to join in some gameplay, feel free to join Discord. Link is in the description. It's in my account details. If you go to my page, you could also find it there. And just join the Discord and join the general VC whenever I'm in here, and I'm probably either recording a video or just chat with friends. And feel free to hop in. We're always doing stupid stuff in here. I've gotten into Vermintide recently. Let's do Guardian. That's like an hour run. Let's do Guardian. Let's try it out. Let's see how well this build does in Guardian. But yeah, I'd love to hang out with you guys, just chilling in VC and gaming. Sadly, I've been trying to set up OBS virtual camera for Discord, so I could just like stream in Discord, I guess. Because why not? And I haven't been able to get it to play the music that I want it to play while I'm trying to stream it. Because like, I can get it to show gameplay and pick up my microphone and whatnot like it usually does, but it won't pick up browser audio, which I don't know what's up with that. It's odd. it won't even play browser audio through the OBS browser, which, if you didn't know, that exists. If you use the capture section, you can use it. If you create a new source for browser, it should pull up an OBS browser, which is super interesting. For content here, this is, something interesting about the Borderlands games. There's always like a meta when it comes to elemental effects, and it seems to me like Shock and Corrosive are just the two best elements in this game. Like, Corrosive just does everything, and Shock is also everywhere. It's like, here there's a lot of armored enemies because all the base enemies here are all armored. If they're not armored, they have multiple rows of red health. But then when you get to the second sets of ads or the remnants, you're dealing with shielded targets like that. Now, one thing that people like to dog on this game about is how little effect elemental effects have when it comes to variety. And I would, when it comes to variety versus targeting, so like the Corrosive being good against armored enemies and Shock being good against shields. I don't know what happened there. Hold on, I'm gonna turn music to, actually, it should be fine. Should be fine. I don't know how to do the music setting for this because I am talking kind of quiet. I am recording kind of later in the day than I usually do, so I don't want to be like loud or whatnot. And I'm gonna be posting this later at night, so the intent is for it to not be as loud anyways. One of the biggest problems when it comes to, and this is now just me talking about how YouTube works. One of the biggest problems when it comes to my channel is watch time. So I'm getting decent engagement, and I'm getting a lot of impressions. There we go. I'm getting a lot of impressions on my videos, but I'm not getting watch time. So like people dropping off after salutations.
Hello.
I'm talking about YouTube stuff at the moment. Kind of just sitting here and recording while playing a build.
Yeah.
But one of the problems with my channel right now is watch time, in the sense that after I get through the explanation part of my typical build video, a lot of views after that point drop off. It's not even the intro. It's once I finish explaining stuff. A lot of the times that's when people stop watching, which is interesting to me. Because, I mean, like, I love getting information out there, but it's also just, like, there's a lot more information within the rest of the video that you could be checking out. If that's what you're here for, then you should probably check out what else is in store in the video. But yeah, the goal here, seeing as this is going to be like posted later in the day and probably typically going to be recorded later in the day if I continue this series specifically, I want it to be like a little bit more of a quiet atmosphere. I'm gonna turn down the music a little more because, yeah, it is kind of loud, at least in my ear. I don't know how it's sounding for you guys. For me, it's kind of loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. How you doing?
I'm doing alright. Found a way to lag the hell out of a fucking Minecraft server the other day.
Oh yeah?
Apparently all you have to do is just fucking shift-click stack a bunch of, or shift-click craft a bunch of stuff. I guess it's just, wow. It really is just that easy, I guess.
Yeah, the menu in Minecraft is
especially
pretty
in modded.
Oh, this could be another really good use for the Crossroads. dealing with diadems. It's a lot easier to really hit them with the crossroads than it is with a lot of other splash weapons.
It's funny because it's way worse in Bedrock Edition. Like, that's actually a legitimate method of lagging out servers, is just shift clicking a whole bunch of shit in and out of a crafting table.
There's a lot of problems with Bedrock. That's the least of their concerns. I mean, server desync in general is just bad. Like, did you see the Phoenix
Bedrock
SC video?
in general is just bad.
Did you see this the Phoenix SC
yes.
video where they like the problem with Bedrock is their entire infrastructure is server based. So even
Somebody
if you
asked me why I wouldn't play Bedrock once. I showed him one of those fucking clips, and I'm just like,
it's because the framework of Bedrock is built upon a server infrastructure instead of a client-based infrastructure. On Java, you can play solo and pause your game. In Bedrock, you can't. And the reasoning for that is because it's a server-based structure. So
I mean, I've always wondered why you couldn't just like pause your game there. I thought that was like the dumbest shit ever.
yeah, no, it's because it's on a server-based structure. So it's not gonna be getting words. Yeah, it's just not effective because it's relying on an internet connection to play the video game, which is never a good thing. Which in some cases, if you can get Bedrock to load without being connected to the internet, it actually runs better.
I'd imagine it's not having to do as much network shit, but... Or having to wait for network shit, but, you know...
I guess the Kipsworth is just better than the Crossroads for that content too, but the Crossroads is still usable. It's still a fun little SMG to use.
But yeah, ask me how I know that Bedrock doesn't pause.
A lot of people learn the hard way when they were
from
moving
experience.
When moving from Java to Bedrock, everything kind of falls apart.
Or
or from
there's a
even
skeleton,
360
my parents need me
version
to do
to.
Yeah. Oh, there's a skeleton and my parents needed me to do something real quick. Oh, no problem. I'll just pause. Uh-huh.
Let's try out the chaos in here. It's all right. It's still not going to be as good as my splash-based SMGs here. My direct splash SMGs, because it's a delayed effect on that splash from the stickies and whatnot, but it's still good. And I don't exactly have much room to move around, so I can't really use anything that's not splash or elemental, heavily elemental based. Like Maliwan weapons are mostly elemental based. They get special bonuses for elemental. There we go. They also get splash stuff too. Like all of them are splash, so they get stuff like the splash anoint. There we go.
Alright, well, time to break
Whoops.
my computer. 32 chunk render distance in a modded nether. Loading terrain.
I don't typically do this ad clearing section. Let's run it. Why not?
Gee, I wonder why.
What?
So it was just stuck on loading terrain for a hot second.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Dear God. That was a fuck show. Ooh, yeah.
Look at that. I actually sat here and cleared that normally in a run. Let's pull this out. Let's actually use this a little bit. Although the three primary weapons for this setup are the redistributor, the Kibsworth, and the DNA. There are probably other SMGs that are competitive as well, but a lot of the times I'm mostly just gonna be using these items. I mean, with the redistributor and the Kibsworth, you're getting those from like not Guardian, freaking heck, from Malawan Takedown, so you're getting it from a raid. So it's gonna be kind of difficult to run these. If you can get the shock, the blue shock redistributor with action skill and corrosive on it, that'll typically work really well for helping you get to the point of having a legendary redistributor with it being cryo. It can definitely help you get there. Actually, after this run, I'm gonna go grab one, and well, if we can go grab one, if we get lucky enough to grab it, if we get one out of like Earl's machine or something, because if we do, then I can run that and showcase that item a little bit. It is slightly different.
Get away, you clown. I do not want you here.
Alright, well, I think the DNA is just gonna be the best here. Just simply because of how the hitboxes work with Anathema, probably the best. And the slower moving projectiles make it easier to land on the crit spots with this boss. And there we go. Here I'm probably gonna... Actually, can I? I can't chain off the shadow. Sad. I tried. Let's try...
Alright,
this.
Ardite acquired, time to leave.
Nope. So, actually, let's try this, maybe? Maybe not off you. Maybe off you? I guess not. I guess this is just gonna be the best option here. Yeah, it looks like it. DNA is just a really good SMG. I don't see a lot of people using it. I saw Thick Fillet use it right before he stopped creating content for Borderlands 3, but not a lot of people use it. I think this may be a good spot to use this actually. With the amount that I can eraser into him with the stickies.
A purple slime sapling. Alright, well.
You know, I mean, like, utilizing a weapon isn't even always about what is the best, it's about what is the most fun. And that's one of the things that Thick Flay's been trying to get people to do in Helldivers, is you don't need to play meta, you can have fun by playing other items.
Meta only challenge.
There are definitely people who find that difficult, which blows my mind. But the reasoning for that is just simply because a lot of people who attempt to use it don't actually know how the weapon works. They just see,
I know for
oh,
a fact
meta.
you would. I was gonna say, I know for a fact you would find it difficult, not because of actual difficulty in the game or whatever, but because just like, why? You'd find it hard to stick to the premise of the challenge.
Well, I mean, the build that I'm running right now it was meta of like a couple years ago.
Were you running it a couple of years ago when it was...
I did enjoy running it once in a while.
Okay.
Not my go-to, but it was definitely a build that I ran.
Okay.
The difference there, though, was I got to help in making it.
That's fair. That generally is a fair bit of the difference there. It's like how whenever somebody goes to play Clash Royale and you ask somebody for like, okay, how do I get better at this? And they're like, so what you do is you copy this 2.6 hog deck and then you win.
That ain't how that works, because you don't know how to use it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, if that wasn't a sticking point, all you'd theoretically have to do is just go to the leaderboards or whatever and copy the deck of the highest person on there.
Now, I mean, like, I feel like I have enough game knowledge for this to understand how like all of the other builds work and whatnot for that other people make. Even if they're not well developed, it's like most of the time I can tell what they were trying to go for, and that's why I started wanting to do the build review series, was because like I can probably help people diagnose what the problems are with their builds based off of like skill tree placement or passives on their accessories or whatnot.
That second one there, so I can just go and immediately turn this into a thing. And sweet, that's the prosperity tree sapling.
Nice.
That is literally the only reason as to why I had to go to the Nether this run. Isn't that stupid?
Oh yeah.
I literally just needed cobalt and ardite just so I could make that shit. Everything else I was able to get 100% outside the Nether.
Oh, so a misconception that I see a lot of the time when build making is the understanding of what accuracy and handling mean, which at first glance, like, well, accuracy is probably how centered the shots fire, right? And to an extent, that is right. But the thing about accuracy in this game is if you're not particularly good at aiming, increasing your accuracy is actually a deficit because it focuses more. Having all of your projectiles directly where you want it to be instead of having them veer slightly with the chance of hitting that enemy more, because you have a higher area of projectile radius, it makes it easier for you to hit targets instead of more difficult the lower accuracy you have, to an extent, depending on the item. An item like the redistributor, a lower accuracy would probably help people that can't aim, because you have that. It's not exactly a wide range weapon to be firing. It's pretty straightforward, and so a lower accuracy would mean that it would veer more and it would change its own direction, and a lot of the times it will help you.
So yeah, I gotta get the prosperity shards so I can get higher tier essences than just Inferium. Because I need the higher tier essences to make better Inferium seeds.
I'm gonna need to find a more like, ooh, that's not good. I have to find a more like chill playlist to play, because like there's a lot of like battle music in this one, and I kind of want to get a little bit of that chill variety in here. Ooh, hold up, this isn't good at all. Can I chain some of that into you? Oh, where'd the other guy go? I guess I'll just focus in on you.
Are there any
Maybe this
machines
item?
or blocks that increase
There we
the
go.
speed, the growth rate of the mystical agriculture?
The growth accelerator item, I think.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering
It's
that
the green
because, I mean,
blocks. If you look
Yeah, I
at
was
JEI.
Yeah, hold on. Oh. Okay, block of inferior. Okay. Oh, shit. That's
Say
actually
what?
not. Hold on. Grows plants above it faster. So do I put that, like, under the dirt, or. Yeah.
Yeah, under the dirt. And
Okay.
it should theoretically work for any layers of plants above it as well. So not just that first layer.
So basically, doing some kind of vertical hydroponic bullshit is heavily encouraged in theory.
Well, you
I do
could,
that,
yeah,
where I just stack layers of farms.
yeah, it could work. I don't know what the distance is on it though. I know it's more than 2 blocks, but I don't know what the distance is. I'm pretty sure it's infinite vertically, just simply to make the item work.
Because that was how they had to code it or whatever.
Yeah, to make it function the way that they wanted it to. Because the point there, the reason why it does like any plant is because they want you to be able to stack multiple underneath. So you have this giant pillar of growth accelerators beneath your dirt piece.
Well, that's great. Oh wait, so the effects of them stack?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's sick. So I could just. Oh, I see what you did there. What you do is just fucking. In order to farm a shitload of essence per whatever, you just get as high tier of a fucking essence seed as you can afford and just stack a million goddamn Inferium essences under it.
Yeah.
All the way at like the build limit or something.
I mean, that is a way to do it.
That is so dumb, but also funny. I have to see where underneath this island on the second layer that this farm ends up being. That way I can lay this out. Does it also work through blocks that aren't dirt?
I don't know. I haven't tried. I mean, it works through other growth accelerators, so I would assume it would work. I don't know.
Yeah, it's me trying to figure out if I can put, you know...
I don't know.
Do I have a watering can? Yes. Is being limited to a 3x3 radius kind of sucktastic? Also, yes. So...
I guess we've gotten to the chill part in the playlist, but the problem is if I want to do these really long form, I don't want to just like randomly have some crazy music going on, because I kind of just want to chill and chat while throwing up the build on screen.
So yeah, that's how you can make your engagement better. You don't clickbait it. I'm just kidding.
Good lord, that's not how this works. I have enough impressions as is. People click on the video.
You can always make it better with more red circles that are just blatantly...
Good
I
lord.
was gonna say, I would personally, if I was doing that, I'd 100% do that. Not necessarily for engagement or whatever, but to just make fun of people who swear by the freaking red circle.
Well, that's not the point of this.
Because of how dumb it looks.
As much as I make jokes about making fun of people, that's not what I do here.
That's fair. Humor do be a slice of life, though.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
And
I got the
those people
cannon
drive me nuts
bug.
'cause of how dumb
I
that...
got the cannon bug. That's not good. I have to do this. Bop.
drives me nuts
Yes.
how stupid and counterintuitive it is. It's like, I have eyes. I can see what you probably want me to look at on the video. And if I didn't, what would I be doing on YouTube?
Being a child.
Children have eyes.
Yes, but they don't use that.
Citation needed.
It's under the same idea that Dragon Ball fans can't read.
Oh, so you mean to tell me that Dragon Ball fans are in fact biologically capable of reading? They just don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
And I can say that because I am a Dragon Ball fan.
I thought they were just biologically wired to not.
It's a mindset.
Sigma illiterate mindset.
That actually felt pretty fast. I mean, using cryo as the primary element for those crystals makes survivability and stalling really easy for those crystals. Especially with our man Flint, because all you need is one little chain and everybody's frozen. Which is why I have Konku Collected here. Running Konku Collected with our man Flint with this, you will never run out of action skill. Even if you never proc your Mantis Cannon again, you would never run out of action skill. I do also plan on making a non-DLC version of this setup, so that way I can show that it's not just Purple Tree carrying the redistributor, because a lot of people are saying that the redistributor is just bad, and I'm just like, no, it's not. It really isn't. It's a good SMG.
You are just bad. The skill issue lays with you.
I mean, like, it's not even like a using it skill issue either. I mean, like, sometimes it is, but most of the time it's just like it's a problem more so with the build than it is with the gun. You can mostly say that about just about any gun in this game. I mean, earlier I was running the Crossroads, which it's not exactly the best for this build because I have a lot of splash or elemental based orientations here. While with the Crossroads, you're wanting to pump that thing full of damage. You're not here to use a whole lot of. Hold up. I need to actually set up a shot here like this. There we go. That way we get that nice little dot going. All right, then we do
All right,
this.
time to see if my growth is in fact accelerated. There we go.
Oh, how many of y'all have played Persona? Because I've gotten into that. I've been really addicted to Persona recently. I've been loving that game. When it comes to Atlas games, I started with Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne through a friend's request, and I thought that game was amazing too. I honestly think the Shin Megami Tensei games, from my experience with them, have a better like combat loop, while the Persona games to me have a better storytelling method. It's a lot easier for you to understand the story, and it's a lot easier for you to get the details of the story. Now, am I saying that the story itself is better? I don't know. I haven't gotten all the way through Persona, but playing through it so far, I would argue yes. And for that game specifically, knowing a little bit about the Shin Megami Tensei lore and how cross game it is, I think Shin Megami Tensei is probably going to be a better lore game overall if you're looking at all of the lore together. But purely from a storytelling perspective, I enjoy Persona over Shin Megami Tensei.
Ain't no way. That's crazy.
What?
They really are gonna make it fucking hard for me to not spend $10 on Discord, I guess. Jesus Christ.
What? What the heck now?
Hold on. There you go.
Oh, what is it? Oh. Power World icons? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think Power World's an amazing game, but I don't think icons are needed for Discord. Like, vanity for your profile, I don't...
Not needed, but would look cool, I mean.
I guess. I don't really care about the vanity stuff. In any of the games that I play, I don't really care. I mean, like, you can tell by looking at my build videos, it's like the only builds that have like a specific look to them that is not just like some generic default skin that I have is builds that I use that icon for to distinguish them amongst other builds. Like the Mario Bros. Flak build, it has a Mario vanity look to it because it's freaking based in Mario. But if I wasn't basing it in Mario, it would probably also have a default skin to it. I wouldn't rock anything different there.
But
What?
chill it.
Oh, good lord. Just play the game. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you.
I
hear you judging me, whatever.
No, I don't understand the whole vanity thing. I mean, like, even when it comes to IRL aesthetics, I don't get it. I can understand the whole dressing up for how you feel is dressing up, in the sense that that would give you a personal moral boost. But when it comes to just general vanity, I don't get it. Why should I care that somebody else looks has a specific outfit on or looks a specific way? It's most definitely a hot take, and I'm expecting, if anybody has actually gotten to this point in the video, to flame me for it. I don't care. or just explain it. That would probably be a more positive way of going about it. Because encouraging a positive way of speaking, especially in a YouTube comment section, is totally not going to go negatively.
Hey. So you can't diss the chill it walk, man.
Never heard of that before.
You are legitimately insane. Hold on.
I'm just uncultured. Even with video games that I play.
Damn straight, apparently.
I mean, the only social media that I freaking have is YouTube, which I use for very few things. Mostly just gaming or news. I have Discord, which is what I'm using just for like this for this Discord channel and for like streamer accounts or something. I don't use Discord too much either. I mean, it may seem like I use it a lot when it comes to individual people that I talk to, but I don't use it all too often outside of my Discord server. Despite the amount of servers that I moderate, because people ask me to do stuff and then I'm just like, okay, and then never go on their server again.
Saying no is an option.
I have a hard time saying no to people.
I don't.
I know.
It takes a lot of practice though.
No, but see, here's the thing. I've tried. I've even built it into my common way of speaking or applying it to things, and I still can't use it properly.
You got plenty of, I was gonna say, you got plenty of goddamn energy you're able to put towards saying no to me, but
in
anytime
what
I
manner?
ask to do something fun, but
like what?
Caffeine.
Well, that's not saying no for me helping you do something. That is me saying no as in you literally should not be doing that for the sake of your health.
What do you mean by that?
Caffeine is not good for you. Hey, look at
Well,
that. That
hey, they're
Guardian
putting up with
takedown
some
run was
people's
under an
nonsense,
hour.
but
Like, all the people complain about Guardian takedown too long, it's an hour. I mean, like, if you mess up and you fail to run the content, then yeah, sure, it can take an hour. But so can Mallow on takedown. If you fail, you take forever. I mean, like, Guardian takedown is longer, but it's not, like, that significantly longer. Did I? Okay, I did. I didn't remember if I hit the lever or not. Now, Guardian takedown is definitively less engaging and fun when it comes to the combat. Just simply because the enemy types that are there, like the Guardians, they were cool, but they don't. Their combat loop isn't all that. It was just novel that we got to see Guardians.
I was yesterday years old whenever I realized that whenever I do go to make myself a Tinker Sword, I should 100% use some of the nuclear craft materials in it because dot damage or dot effects.
Can I get an ad to spawn so I can get back up?
No.
Clearly not. Oh, where are they? Where are they?
All
Nope,
in
I'm
and you
dead.
can't get up.
Well, yeah, no, I cryo-nova to barrel, so I couldn't actually kill anything because everything was already dead.
Cookage.
That's fine. It just respawned me here anyways. It works. I'm not here to do the time trials part of this, I'm just here to run content. This build probably doesn't have the bossing capability to do that in the time frame against a true boss anyways. At least not yet. Whoops. Well, at least now there's an ad over there that I can clear. There we go. Action skill end anointment, go burr. And this, you know, this is one of my problems with the Borderlands games. Is like a lot of like the generic ads outside of a raid content area are just freaking pushovers. I mean, like Borderlands 2, outside of Radar and Digistruct Peak, a lot of the ad clearing is a whole bunch of pushovers. I mean, oh. Can I make it to that fast travel station before I die? Not fast travel, but revive station before I die. Because I did the Nova barrel thing again. Oh, it might actually be automatic. Oh well. Let's see how I do against this boss here. Tank of Cunning. Oh, I freaking hate Mayhem Water. How does this weapon do here? Okay, how does this one?
They might have changed it since, but this... Hold on.
What weapon would be best against him here? You know what? This is stupid. Let's try it. Okay, definitely not. You know, probably, actually. Okay. Now we rock this.
Okay, so the max is 63.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so don't use the secondary effect on the Kibsworth most of the time, and the reasoning for that is because there is a slight problem where the Kibsworth buff that made it good against single target was not applied to the second firing mode. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much I can do about making this faster right now with this on the spot here. What the heck is... Okay. That's interesting.
What happened?
Just the enemy throwing a giant tire at me.
Yeah, that's normal behavior. Uh-huh. I was gonna say, a said enemy from Florida.
I would assume that most enemies in this game are derivative of the Florida man.
Because that sounds like some average Florida man shenanigans.
What if I tried this out? This sounds super stupid, but let's try it. Okay, immediate failure. Beautiful. Now, a benefit to running the Smog here is it's a really nice second wind weapon. So, one of the biggest downsides to this weapon is the amp on its V2, and one of the greatest things about Zane is his V2 damage. But the thing about it is when he's downed, he doesn't have access to any of that V2. So you can utilize the V2 from the Smog and absolutely obliterate things with it while you're downed. Get a really good resource. Oh, I'm out of ammo.
How does the growth accelerator work? Does it just make ticks tick faster or something?
I don't remember.
Shenanigans, obviously.
Can I get like SMG ammo? There we go.
No.
Clearly not.
Because, yeah, it's just like Inferium Essence you can get from Deep Mob Learning, so it's just like, yeah, you don't even need to go to the Nether for a lot of this shit. Or other places.
You know, this weapon isn't the best against a target like that, just simply because there's not much surface area that I can pierce and hit. Let's see, what did we get here? It's one off from being perfect for being a last stand. Hold on, method.
Hold on.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, let's go run maybe something more fitting of Chain Zane. Maybe just walk through Athena's. Because I heard a lot of people like watching people walk through Athena's. You know, as I said, this build is a work in progress, so anytime that I encounter something like that, it's going to be me trying to figure out ways of getting around it. So when it comes to that tank, a lot of the time you're going to need like a more single target oriented weapon that's not going to be It's not gonna be effective when you are when you need like splash items. So you see how easy these guys die. Like, this content is just not. It's not it. And just absolutely shred all of the base enemies here. I'm gonna have to. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna have to go try out the Carnivora. That's the word. That's the name of the place. The place up to Carnivora. And the reason why is because I've been watching a lot of Mithral's videos, and a lot of the times he goes there for showcases, where most of the time an item's going to shred if you have a decent build. Doesn't matter what the item is, and somehow he makes it look difficult when he's running stuff. I mean, like, he's not building his build to make the item look good. He's setting up in a lot of cases when he's there, he's setting it up to try and make it look like it's just that weapon. No special effects, no nothing to make it good. It's just the raw, this is what the weapon does, which I 100% get and back that up. It also kind of underperforms a lot of the time, and I'm curious as to why. He's running mitosis modes a lot of the times, which I don't think I don't typically look at the build doc. I have a link to it in my Discord, but I don't typically look at it. I don't really care, honestly, about what a lot of the mainstream build makers have to say. I mean, they're all cool people, don't get me wrong, but I just don't really care about watching or reading about their content. I enjoy making my thing and making it look cool. Doesn't matter what other people think about it, doesn't matter if it's good or not, really. If it ends up being good, that's cool. I don't really care. I'm just here to play the video game. And so, looking at other people's builds and whatnot, unless I'm, like, analyzing them and reviewing them, I don't really get enjoyment of playing somebody else's build. I mean, unless it's, like, something that I've never tried before, and it gives me an idea for a new build, then it's not really my thing. I enjoy reviewing and looking at other people's builds, and when it comes to looking at the math and ideas behind a build, I love looking at that. That's my favorite part. And no matter where the build came from, that's always gonna be my favorite part. This isn't good. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think we just pop in with the DNA. Hey, Trance! And goodbye. Look at that, look at that. That was beautiful. Now, of course, as you saw earlier, you're not going to be killing, like, your really, really big health bosses really quickly with this, especially if they're really small targets. But this weapon does really well against those larger targets, or ones that are easy to pierce because they have multiple hitboxes. That's the big thing. Multiple hitboxes. Because piercing allows it to get more of that sticky effect and piercing effect off. Oh, that's right. We need to go to Carnivora and try this out. Now, a lot of the times whenever I have my friends in here, we're talking about stuff like politics or the news. I haven't gotten many of my friends in here today. We got one person. But I would love to get more people in here and just chat about stuff.
whether it's you guys or it's just like some of my close friends in the Discord, I'd love to just chat. Okay, I blame mitosis Moes. It's like... that just did that. I 100% blame mitosis Moes. That may be something I want to go through. Maybe like review the builds in the build doc and see different things that I could do to improve them, because they all look like, based off of watching other people's gameplay, the builds in the build doc look decent. It's more so just like they're built to optimize a specific playstyle, and not a lot of people have that. Not a lot of people play in this specific playstyle, especially. Oh, actually, what's down here? Oh, I forgot about this. This is a side quest area. Hey, it's been a bit since I've ran the story. I don't like running the story this game. I don't do playthroughs. Not unless I'm like either not unless I'm either heavily requested to, or yeah, no, that's really just the main thing, is if I'm requested to. I don't typically do playthroughs. You get me an endgame, I'll do endgame any day. I mean, like, I have a hard time getting myself to sit down and do playthroughs for BL2. And BL2's playthroughs are fun. I enjoy them. But I just have a hard time getting myself to sit down to go through the story again. I honestly prefer just playing endgame, and BL2 doesn't really sate that for me. That's kind of why I haven't been playing it. And why I'm wanting to get into it now is because looking at what other people do and what other people actually consider endgame content, it's a lot different than in Borderlands 3, where endgame content is raids and raids and the trials and the slaughters. Like a lot of people consider for BL2, a lot of people consider just base ad clearing as endgame, depending on the location. As long as it's like end game and you're ad clearing, it's like an actual thing. Which, again, it's like, that's foreign to me, because I'm just like, everything in BL3 is, in my opinion, fodder outside of like raid content. Oops. And trial content. Everything else kind of fodder for most of the end game builds. I'm kind of just sweeping this. I understand that my playstyle is kind of try-hardy when it comes to the way that I play the game, and so I don't typically try and advertise to other people. It's like, you should use this build. I don't try and advertise towards that. I don't think other people would really enjoy playing a lot of my builds. I mean, when it comes to Mario Bros. Flak, I'm sure people would enjoy playing that just simply because it is smash and like slam, and then you're done. Like there's no real. There's no, I mean, like, there are ways of optimizing and tryharding that, but it's not like the big thing there. You are simply just slamming. What's some other content to go run? I still got a little bit of time. I really don't want to run Slaughter Star, because Slaughter Star just takes forever, and you don't... Oh, actually, let's run here. Let's go... Oh, I haven't completed the DLC yet. Let's run some DLC quests. Actually, if I've gone here, I don't need to go here again, I don't think. Whoops. Okay. So let's actually find... Oh, this one. Is this really the quest that I'm on? This doesn't make sense in my head. I mean, unless I'm meeting Ember here, it doesn't make sense in my head. Like, at the hideout. I don't mind running DLC story. DLC story's fun. Honestly, if there was a way to just reset the DLCs, that would be amazing. I mean, like, that would also apply to Borderlands 2, like, just resetting the DLCs for getting specific items or whatnot, instead of having to reset the entirety of UVHM. But in here... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what quest I'm supposed to be doing next here. It is this. Okay. Did I just have that other thing unlocked without... Oh wait, no, this is the last quest area here. We're meeting her up here. I don't remember running this. I haven't ran this in such a long time. Yeah, this content is pretty easy. I mean, like, boss killing is fun, but running the base ads is just super easy. Like, we saw, you know what? Crossroads, you're coming out for a comparison. Also, we're gonna take this little SMG out and try it out here. Because actually, we're gonna try this out first, so. Oh, an ice litter. Let's get you first. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Freaking ice loader got shredded. He had resistance there. Oh, this is probably a good spot to pull this out. Not this one. This one out as well. Yeah, like, I'm running a little 9-volt. When was the last time you guys saw somebody running a 9-volt? It's a fun little SMG. I might make a dedicated video to this item as well. Depending on like what kind of responses I get from saying that. So I know a lot of people are just like 9-volt bad because it's not as good as like the Transformer when that came out. There's a lot of items that get overshadowed because a boss has another item that you want, which sucks. Like, there's so many really good items in this game, and just people don't see them because they're looking for a Monarch or they're looking for a Transformer. That kind of thing. There's no more ads for me to kill, so I just have to wait for the thermite. I don't think I can sustain my shield like this. My barrier. I don't have enough duration to sustain it like this. Not without an enemy to cryo. Sad. Oh! An enemy to cryo. Let's go. Salutations!
You suck at video game.
Okay.
That is all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm running DLC 2 right now, because I didn't have it completed on a character.
I'm going to play Hades 2 because that got an update today.
Cool.
I'm surprised you're not.
I haven't gotten on there in a while. Ever since I played Wuthering Waves, really, I haven't been on Hades. And then I got into Persona, and I haven't really touched Wuthering Waves since I got into Persona.
I think you're addicted to Persona.
Well, I'm not playing it right now, so... And I try to only play it on the weekends. Just simply because of the amount of time that I have to sit down and play it for. Because I can't sit down and play that game for an hour. I have to dunk in like 2, 3, maybe 4 hours in a sitting to play that game.
I think that's around 40-something bugs that are fixed in this update.
Oh?
And it's not even a gig. Very nice. But Call of Duty has a 10 gigabyte update. Probably just add a couple skins.
Wow. Radiation explosion go burr. That's not a bad Super Bowl. And I know what a good Super Bowl looks like.
Very bad Super Bowl. Absolutely terrible. Completely horrendous, unusable.
You can't even look at the screen.
Who decided that?
I mean, there's no stream active, so you can't look at it.
There is no stream active, correct.
No, I had the weirdest thing happen today. I had somebody send me a message request on Discord without being in any servers related to me or being friends.
I don't know how they pulled that off, but I do know that it is possible. Also, I got a DM today, probably way worse than what you just explained.
Oh.
I got a DM, quote, Gojo and Geto were definitely gay. Found English cover of that one opening. It's a romance song.
Of what?
I responded, you're stretching.
Of what?
The first opening during the Hidden Inventory arc right before Shibuya.
I mean, I have the English translation for that. Actually, I might have it on hand. Hold on. Well, once I clear Jackbot.
Definitely ain't specials.
You know, I know what one you're talking about. I have the English translation of the song like in my phone. I literally listen to it sometimes on my way to work. Honestly, I prefer the English translation than the Japanese one.
Well, you're weird.
It's not very often that I do for a lot of like anime openings.
You're still weird though.
You see the difference between this and the Bloodstark Beast here. Well, if I can aim. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a major difference there. Although, does this? No, this doesn't. Okay. He just has more HP here, I guess. Or this item. I mean, this is also competitive here. The 9-volt being competitive with the Bloodstark Beast. Super interesting. Goodbye, Jackbot. Good lord. And goodbye to Jackbot. That's a seeing dead. It's a really bad seeing dead too. Vladoff indeed your weapon reload speed and then max HP with 3 points in Donnybrook? Ugh. That's bad. That's real bad. Donnybrook is overrated. Where is the dialogue from? It starts up a little bit. God dang it, that wasn't enough.
I'm arguing with this person about fucking stopping this bullshit of shipping characters right now before they become one of those shitty anime fans.
I get behind that.
Need a hand?
You know, I've been wondering, why did you say yes to dinner that night?
I was hungry.
Yeah, but Jack, he was the worst.
Oh, honey. If I thought you were Jack, I'd have shot you the moment you stepped up to my bar.
So,
Not even a little.
I wish you were
Anime shippers are the scum of the earth, correct?
I mean, there are definitely worse things, but
Oh yeah, but
yeah.
scum of the earth and they ruined or have and continue to ruin just so many anime franchises.
Oh
My
yeah.
Hero Academia being the biggest example for me right now, because that's just fucked up at that point because of our conversation yesterday.
Mm,
what you hiding.
Uh, I mean, sometimes it can work, like if it's definitely being implied by the author, but not outright stated due to uh, either real world factors or just not wanting to actively state that. Uh,
yeah.
but just because two characters get along well and are pretty decent friends does not mean they're in a relationship or have any romantic feelings for each other.
Yeah. As that also
If you're
applies to
going
real
to
life.
if you're going to ship anime characters, at least take it seriously, like power scaling and pull up feats.
That's beautiful. The problem is there are a lot of power scalers that don't actually scale anything. That
I
is a
mean, you don't
big
need a
problem too.
scale power there, but you're gonna be needing to pull up some form of evidence and receipts to
Oh
back
yeah.
up your claims,
I had
rather than
I
this
literally
anime opening. This is a romance song, so therefore the two main characters are gay,
it's
yet have clearly been both not interested in any relationships, nor does that matter whatsoever.
I mean, if I remember right, the song is about them parting ways as friends, not actually about a love song.
If you send me the English translation, I will
You
probably
can
debunk them with it.
just look up Jonathan Young's cover. His was pretty good.
See, now that would make you happy because I would listen to Jonathan Young, and I know you like him. So no.
You know what? All right, I'll just send you the Jonathan Young version.
Doesn't mean I'll listen to it.
Well, that's fine. I don't care.
I'll read the transcript though.
That's fine.
The fucking YouTube AI transcript.
Um. I forget which one it was. I think it was on Villainous. Yeah, right here. Well, do not play that for for the video.
Oh yeah, for the video.
No,
Get copyright struck.
no, that's not happening.
Actually,
There you
no, it
go.
won't happen because it was less than 6 seconds, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, no.
Or is it 7 seconds?
I don't know. I mean, like now, I mean, like it won't because I paused it immediately. But if we listen to the song, then it would be copyright. But I mean, like that is if he even cares about that. He could just not care. But
Yeah, you could be a Giga Chad based Sigma male like Tom McDonald.
I might send him an email as like a business inquiry about that to see what his actual thoughts are. Less about actually using the content for a video and more about just like I am curious if he is cool with that or not.
Not cool with it. Gets fucking assassinated.
All right, guys. Well, I think this is where I'm going to end the video. We're at an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, his life was threatened.
Oh, good lord. We're at an hour and 40 minutes, and I have run out of content that I can think of doing right now with this build. So, y'all have a good rest of your nights. And
Reinstall Destiny 2 and run Trials of Osiris.
no,
That will help with the video.
no, that's not happening. I will set fire to Destiny. Their solution.
I think you're
Get
just
wrecked.
a Unreal hater.
I mean, with the jokes that I state, oh yeah, that's definitely how that works. But I just don't really enjoy the game. Like I tried playing, I don't really enjoy it. It's not really my
Oh,
thing.
Yinlin's banner is gone.
Granted, when it comes to a game like this, like when it comes to a game like that, it's like I don't like being pseudo required to play with other players.
You are required to be a social human being because that is what we are.
Well, no, I'm cool with being social. That's fine. The problem is when it's required. It's like mandatory fun. Mandatory fun isn't fun. And neither is mandatory socialization. That's not fun. When it's mutually beneficial and both of you actually get an advantage over it without it being a requirement, if it's potential for you to do solo but it's easier to do with other people and it's realistic to do solo, then that's enjoyable to me. That's cool. But when it's pseudo mandatory to run with other players, I don't really get behind that. And that's just the very tip of problems that I have with it when it comes to my personal preference on a game like that. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video. Y'all have a good rest of your nights, and hopefully you guys like this one. I might do another one. And yeah,